Welcome to our neck of the woods. Now that sounds about right. Welcome to Cherokee Landing, where today's tour is brought to you by the Edel Campers. Sit back and enjoy your tour of this campground. You're going to turn off the state road and follow it till it dead ends, where you are going to stop at the little ranger station and register. The little ranger station is not always manned, so if somebody's not in here, they have a phone number in the window to call so that they can bring out your packet. If you are a late arrival, take your paperwork from this yellow box. It'll have your gate code and follow the instructions. To the right of the office, there's a huge pad that you can use for storage, as well as a full hookup unit that you can use if you're just coming through for the night. The overnight parking is absolutely beautiful with a couple of trees to keep you shaded. If you take the first left after the ranger station, you will come to the propane filling station. You will fill your propane by appointment only, so call if you need some. Straight after the ranger station, you have your information center, or also known as your housekeeping. This is where your manager is. You can get ice and firewood here as well. One of the best things here is the staff. They're super friendly, helpful, and there when you need them. The staff here will ask you what you're looking for in a site, whether it be full hookup, 50 amp, 30 amp, and then they'll take you back and guide the way in their golf cart. We're going to take you through phase 1 first, where we're going to see the cabins, the campsites, a basketball court, and a playfield. Phase 1 can be found if you take a first right after you enter the park. If you're into peaceful, quiet, rustic camping, this is the place for you. If you are here for the amenities, all I want to say is they are not like what you see on the website, and we're going to let you be the judge of how they look to you. Here's their ball field. Doesn't look like there has been any kind of ball played here in a very long time. If you're into softball or baseball, check out our video. I'll link it up above. Make sure you watch it after this one, and you can see a working baseball field on a campground in Clearbrook, Florida. The tennis court is closed, and from the looks of it, it has been closed for a few years. Moving forward from the tennis courts, up the stairs, and on through phase 1. There's a road on your left as you come down the road through phase 1, and it hosts 15 cabins that are all in the same location. The cabins look like rustic log cabins. They come with a picnic bench, a grill. They even have a air conditioner. And they look to be duplexes, so you could get lots of family in here. In the back of the cabins, they have back porches that are screened in. You just go up the steps and go on in. Okay, I have to say it. It reminds me of a horror movie on a 1980s flick. Or perhaps Scooby-Doo doing an investigation. Should we go check it out? They're actually really cute. They have a ceiling fan and a cute little table and chairs. There's a small place for cabin trash and a blue tub for recycling aluminum. Some of the cabins have fire rings. Some of the cabins face Lake Cherokee, where you can see a beautiful sunset right on the water. Back behind the cabins, there is a cute little bridge that'll take you across the water and over from phase 1 to phase 2 of the campground. In phase 1 part of the park, there is a basketball station for your kids to play on, or you if you like to practice shooting hoops. As you come straight in past the cabins, you'll start finding the campsites in phase 1. Most of your campsites are 30 amp and electric only. They say there are a few 50 amps scattered in here, but it's not really well marked. If you want a small gathering, there's a cute little pavilion. Well, maybe not so cute. If you want a small gathering, though, there is a small pavilion with 3 picnic tables underneath. Check this out. It has electric lights and outlets, and the lights work. Right outside the pavilion is a stone fire pit. In phase 1, they have 6 full hookups sites. These hookup sites only have 30 amps, so you have to trade off. Do you want 50 amp or sewer? Is this pet cemetery straight out of a Stephen King novel? Right here in your friendly campground. The sites here are gravel sites, and most of them come with a concrete pad, a picnic table, and a grill. Your full hookup 30 amp sites include sites number 17 through number 22. At the end of the road, phase 1 is Comfort Station. It's the only place in the park that has a laundry. The laundry center is narrow. You can go in one door and right out the other. Along one wall, there's a bench for you to sit and wait for your laundry. There are 3 washing machines. These machines take quarters. The washing machines cost $2.25. If you don't have quarters, use your phone. Here's the easier laundry. Tap your phone to start these machines. There are 3 dryers. Dryers cost $2 each. We're gonna go inside and quickly check out the women's comfort station here. Inside the women's comfort station, you'll find 3 bathroom stalls. They even supply reading material for your pleasure in the bathroom. There are 3 sinks and a mirror with plug-ins in case you need to blow dry your hair, or maybe even charge your electric toothbrush, who knows. There are 3 showers. Inside each shower, there is a changing area with a bench, a shower curtain, your shower with natural light flowing in. You gotta love this old-fashioned teeter-totter. It reminds me when I was a little girl. They have beautiful sights looking right over the lake. Site 98 here in phase 1 is absolutely gorgeous. And you can choose your site. They'll ask you again kind of what you want or where you'd like to be, and they will guide you in. How would you like to stare at that for a few days? A beautiful view of Lake Cherokee that separates phase 1 from phase 2. Whatever you're looking for in size-wise, from tent to big rig, they have some place for you to park it. These look to be old cisterns underneath the big tree. If you continue straight past the ranger station, you will be headed into phase 2, and that's where you'll find Fred and I. You'll also find the swimming pool and a putt-putt golf. Remember, keep it down, 5 miles per hour. Watch out for those children and that bouncing ball. This is a huge parking lot where you can come and park at the Tomahawk Lodge Rec Center. According to the map, the Tomahawk Lodge will host your puzzles, family games, ping pong, billiards, and more. This looks like it was a beautiful rec room or clubhouse in its day. However, this lodge is under renovation at this time, and all our indoor activities are going to be at the Superhost building. The Superhost building you'll find across from the pool. How convenient was that in the day? You have a little bridge that goes from phase 1 to phase 2, but it comes actually right from the cabins to the rec lodge when it was open. That would have been pretty cool in the day. It's a nice little dam between the 2 bodies of water. No swimming in these areas, but I'm sure in the bigger part you could put your boat. So it's no surprise Fred and I are not here for the resort qualities that it might have to offer, as you can see for yourself. But we are here for the beauty, the tranquility, the peace, and good old-fashioned camping. So back behind the old lodge, I found a game on some concrete. Who can tell me what this game is? After you pass the first phase 2 campground sign, you'll see another one, and it'll have a arrow pointing to the right to show you where to go to the phase 2 comfort station. Once you explore the campground a little bit more, you'll know that you could continue straight to hit that comfort station, or you could turn right and it'll take you back behind the comfort station. Here's a 50 amp in phase 2. Let's peek at it. So it's not on the map which sites are 50 amp, but the little yellow boxes or tape is your clue. There's your sign.
Well, hold on a second, folks. That may have a 50 amp plug, but if you look at that circuit breaker, you'll notice it says 30 amp. So always check your boxes carefully.
This is site 86. It is a grassy site, a little bit on an incline. It does have a concrete pad and a grill, water, but no sewer. The sites are not very well marked. Some of them will have them on the grills, some are faded, and some are brighter than others. So this one's not painted yellow, but there's a little strip of yellow tape, and actually they've marked it 50 on the box. This is the designated tent area, but I have found tents scattered out throughout the park, so I don't think they're very particular on designated spots. Actually, this is where Rocky, Fred, and I spent some time at Site 18, one of our favorite small rig sites. There's some beautiful geese here out by the lake. This place is a little confusing to me because right behind the tent site only, there is a nice long gravel site that is a 50 amp electric with water. Site 101. This definitely cannot be accused of being a golf course campground. This is the comfort station that is located in phase 2. However, it is under construction and you will either have to go to phase 1 or to the Superhost Center for the restroom. It's important for you to know where the dump stations are located since this park has very few full hookups. There's one back behind the phase 1 comfort station and one here at the phase 2 comfort station. There are 2 dumps on each side of the ground. If you're camping on phase 2, your dumpster is right in front of the phase 2 comfort station. Fred thinks he wants one of these Eagle Cap truck campers. There is a basketball hoop and goal here by the putt-putt, but if you want a court, go on to phase 1. They actually have a concrete pad for you as well. The miniature putt-putt is fenced in. There's no gate on it, but you can go right in. And there's a small little course for you to play. On the other side of the miniature golf, there is a volleyball net. So if you like to play volleyball, bring your family, find a team, and come out and play. This is a seasonal campground, so the pool is, kiddie pool is not open right now. I'm sure it looks quite nice in the season, but I just wanted to give you a little peek at what the foundation looks like. There's the pool house that hosts the restrooms and a soda machine. Everything is very dated, but Fred and I really came here for the nature. And we have found this Superhost building, where inside we're supposed to find some billiards, ping pong tables, and other activities that we can enjoy. Outside the Superhost building, there is a huge rock-formed fire pit for group fires. Wow, I feel like I just stepped back in time, right back into my own childhood. Check out this playground. I don't know about you, but this brings back a lot of memories. This used to be my favorite. Whee! All right, hang on tight. And the brave ones jumped. You either stayed on or you spun it faster. Whoa! We just saw one of these at Hidden Cove. I'll link that up above, but be sure to not watch it until you finish watching this one. Let's see who can get to the top first. One on each side. Up for a little funnel ball? I don't even know if I remember how to play this. It's a good thing this beauty is under the trees. Anybody here remember that hot slide going down? I know I do. And just when I thought these were a relic, and they were not anymore. Wow, if you're the artist or you know who left this rock, let us know. Really great job. Super Lodge has a little concrete porch on it with a few tables and chairs. So if you want to come out here and sit for a few minutes and stare at the beauty, go ahead. Let's go in and check out what cool things they have to do inside the Super Lodge. In the little hallway, as soon as you enter into the Super Lodge, there are cornhole that you can take out. There are also other outdoor games. Anybody into bowling? The top shelf, there are some puzzles, games, and books. Not very well organized, but if you need a little rainy day material, here you go. There is free Wi-Fi here, and they have the password displayed. So if you need to come and do some work, this is the place. The lodge is absolutely huge with plenty of table and chairs if you want to lay out a game or a puzzle. Come bring your laptop and do some work. There's plenty of space for you. There's a beautiful fireplace in here. Above it is a big screen TV. There's a DVD player as well. So if you want to come in and watch a movie on a rainy day, have at it. There's also quite a collection of animals hanging up on the wall. A nice display for the turkey feathers. Of course, we can't leave out the fish. This fish was caught by John Hatchell, the manager of Quail Lakes, in 1993. It's an 8-pounder. They have a tiered stage area. Looks like a place for a choir. They have 2 pool tables. If you get thirsty, you can treat yourself to an ice-cold beverage at the big cost of $2 a bottle. I think I'll walk back to the RV. They also have a ping pong table. We'll have to see if we can get Fred to come play ping pong. You have an inside basketball hoop. Let's see if I have any skills. All right, this is one-handed. Score. This looks like a homemade skee ball basketball game. There are bathrooms in here as well. 1 woman, 1 men's. There are 3 stalls. It's not well lit in here, but it's an option since phase 2 comfort station is closed. There are 2 sinks and a mirror and a phone number if you feel the need that this room needs to be cleaned. If you peek under there, there's a kitchen, so I'm sure they host some potlucks here or some dinners. In this little horseshoe area, there are 17 campsites. These 17 campsites are all full hookup with 30 amps of electric. So we were lucky and were able to get a full hookup 30 amp site. It's pretty big, enough room for both vehicles, and still some space left over. We have a concrete pad along with a grill and a picnic table here. We also have a fire ring, and we're looking forward to building a fire. Bullwinkle is backed up, and we have a little valley below us to enjoy looking at the wildlife in the morning. It's a little bit of a drop-off back behind her. Our site was a little uneven, so it took us a little while to level out, but Fred's a master at that, and we soon got adjusted and are set home. We landed at site 5. As you can see, it's really not that well marked. You have to look carefully for the site numbers. We are at a 30 amp site. We are running our 30 amp Hughes auto former. We also have our EMS that we need to change out since we do have our storm back. I think this is about a 2-mile little trail. Excited to see what we can find on this little trail. It looks pretty wide and well kept right at the moment. As of now, it looks more like an ATV trail than a hiking trail, but we'll continue forward. So on this path, you'll find some edible blackberry brambles. Of course, they're not ready. They're still flowering. But if you come this way and you see these blackberry bushes, they are edible. This particular marked walking trail, not too exciting. It's wide. It's a nice little stroll. Barely a half a mile, but it starts back behind the clubhouse here, and it just loops right back. Yummy grilled pork chops. That's what's for dinner. It's the other white meat. Can Fred eat all that? Let's wait and see.
Pork chop is delicious. Doesn't even taste like beef.
It's a wonderful night for a little bit of grilling and that fire.
All right, it's time for the Cherokee Landing cellular service report. Well, first up we have T-Mobile at 37.7 MIPS download and 1.46 up. And then next in second place is Verizon at 34.3 down and 0.65 up. AT&T in the rear at 8.54 down with an upload of 1.31. Not bad numbers, but I don't know if I'd want to try to upload anything around here. But it was beautiful. The scenery was just phenomenal, so green.